Welcome to Home Team Advantage. This is Mike Egan. I'm Gary Gimbetti, and we're here to talk about sports.
Again?
Including high school sports, because there's been a lot of.
District and regional and playoff implications.
That's right. So we're getting down to that time of the year where the high school, the school days are over.
Yep.
Graduation is tomorrow night at 7.
Yes.
All right, and then we still have some athletes and some teams involved in the playoffs, and we'll start with one of the teams that just got knocked out yesterday was the Hibbing softball team. They lost to North Branch like on Wednesday, came back on Friday or Thursday, and I believe, and then down in Cloquet, and then they beat Hermantown and they beat Cloquet. And in the process, Ani Bowman threw 385 pitches in less than like 30 hours. I mean, and it was just an amazing feat to see that out of her, to be able to do that. I honestly, sitting in Cloquet watching that, it was like, how is she doing this?
Yeah.
How is she going out there every inning? And the Hermantown game became a bit iffy, because we'd get a lead and then they'd come back and tie it, and then we finally, a couple home runs, I think, by McDowell and Bowman.
She could hit too.
Oh yeah, I know. She's hitting almost like 600 this year, and Grace McDowell really came on this year and was hitting the ball well. And but yeah, that one was a 9-7 game. So Hermantown was, that was the iffy game of the bunch. But then she had Cloquet, which is a team, a bunch of the players on Cloquet she plays with during the summer. So she wasn't I interviewed her after that game about what she had done. She just said, I felt more comfortable against them because I knew what to throw and get them out. But yeah, I don't know how that arm held up after all of that. I know it's fast pitch, and it's not as much stress on your arm as throwing a baseball, but it's a lot.
She could tie the shoes on her cleats without bending over by the time you're done throwing 350 pitches.
That was amazing. And
well,
then,
you complain when you throw 30 pitches in slow pitch.
Yeah, when I throw one overhand pitch, my arm falls off.
Yeah.
So, but then they were supposed to play Tuesday down in Chisago Lakes. And those games got postponed because it rained down there. And then they played yesterday, and they played Grand Rapids, and the Thunderhawks ended Hibbing's season with a 3-0 win. So I don't know if I thought their offense was better than that, but they couldn't hit that Rapids pitcher. And Rapids came on. I mean, they were coming on strong.
That mind thing again? Every time the team from Hibbing goes through.
No, because we had beaten Grand Rapids in a rain-shortened game earlier in the year. It was like 4-1 game. So I thought, they should have a shot at winning the game. So it was like, they didn't when I found out they didn't. But then the biggest was Rock Ridge was undefeated going into they were in the winner's bracket, I guess you could call it final or semifinal. They were playing North Branch, and North Branch is the team that beat us. And North Branch ended up beating Rock Ridge, I think, 3-1. So then Rock Ridge drops down to face Rapids, and then Rapids beat them by a couple runs. So obviously there was 3 northern teams in the Final Four.
So Rapids and Northridge.
Well, Rapids, Rock Ridge, Rapids, and Hibbing, along with North Branch. We had 3 northern teams, and I suppose Cloquet could be considered northern had they made it. But now Rock Ridge or Grand Rapids and North Branch now square off today for the finals, and Rapids has to win twice
to go to state.
Yes.
Nice.
But North Branch was the 6th seed, and obviously they came on at the end of the year, and Rapids was the 5th seed, I believe. And
so what's your personal perspective as far as you lose your first game and then you start playing these loser games, I guess.
Well,
Loser
elimination,
bracket,
yeah,
elimination
to be politically
games.
correct,
They get everybody
I
a
guess.
chance. I guess here's to prove it. That
Yeah.
was the team that was, yeah.
Yeah, well, you can do that. I guess they don't do that in any other sport except baseball and softball where they play. Except baseball, you have to, if you got a play-in game, you have to win that game to get into the double elim
Right.
portion of the tournament. So the loser of that game is out.
Kind of like the NBA.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean,
What happened to the old days when you play a game, you lose your out?
well, I don't know when they decided to come up with that, with the double elim part of it. I think it's fair because you might have a bad game and who knows, but you're right. I mean,
Let's give
it should
everybody a trophy.
well, it's not, I don't necessarily disagree with you there, but yeah, but so, congratulations to Katie Vesledal on a fantastic season. I'm sure they're very disappointed in what happened yesterday, but and nice job by Ani Bobin.
Yeah.
It's tough to see her season and career
She's done now,
come
right?
to an
Yeah.
end. I mean, she's been on that pitching rubber for
4 years.
5, 6, maybe 4 or 5 or 6 years.
Wow.
She's compiled, Katie's compiled some strikeout stats, and she had over 600 career strikeouts, but she was missing, I think, a couple years.
Okay.
So she could have well over 700 career strikeouts in her.
Well,
Not that that's everything, but you know what? That's not bad.
well, the main thing is she's going on to college.
Yes, in Northern State, I believe, and she's going to play D2.
Good.
I think it's Division II. But she's also, like you mentioned earlier, she's also a very good hitter.
Yeah.
So, and she's a left-handed hitter, bunts very well, runs well, has power. I mean, so
Yeah. Hope she shows her great success
Yeah.
in college.
I don't know how far the pitching thing will go, but as far as the hitting part of it, you can find a place for her to play and hit in a lineup. So,
All right.
good luck to
Baseball.
her. Baseball. Hibbing took on Rock Ridge the other day, I think Tuesday, over at Franzen Bank and Trust Field in Rock. I always like to say Eveleth because I think it's closer to Eveleth than Virginia. Because what Lundgren Motors is
Right in the midway there.
right there on Highway 53, and it's right up the street from Lundgren Motors. So we call it Eveleth. I'll call it Eveleth. They going into the playoffs, Coach Wetzel told me that with the 8 teams, they were third in runs allowed in the section, but they were last in runs scored. Okay, well, they gave up 1 run.
That's all it takes.
Yeah, and they didn't score a run, so Rock Ridge beat them, moved on. Now they're playing Grand Rapids over there today at 4:30 or so. Hibbing will now get a home game today at 4 o'clock or 4:30 against North Branch because Hibbing is the higher seed,
Right.
so they're getting a home game.
So they're still in it.
So they're in it. They got a long way to go to get back, but
Yeah. Well, they just got to show their guys not to point the bat at the plate anymore.
well. Yeah, we did
I
have.
think I was going to get that in there, did you?
Well, I know you're the one that always brings it up, whether I want to or not. But yeah, we had one player ejected from the game on Tuesday. I don't know what his status will be for today's game. I don't know.
We should be able to play. I don't think there's any
Well, yeah, but you never know. I
No,
mean, you might get
a one-game suspension.
high school league rules. I don't know. But should he have been? I don't know. I wasn't at the game. But I would think that I did want to say that I thought that umpire, and I don't know who it is, was a little thin-skinned at that point. He should have warned him.
He
I
didn't
guess
have to say anything. If he kid may have just put the bat down. I'm like, I didn't see the play,
no.
so I don't know. It's not like he turned around, looked at him, and
Yeah, or swore at him or
Or said
something. I don't
anything,
know.
so.
I have no idea. But I think that was not the way to go with that. And again, we did not score a run, so
yeah, can't win
you
unless
can't
you score a
win.
run.
Yeah, I've never seen a team not score a run and win a game because you can't go negative numbers. So, that's unfortunate. But now they got a chance to rebound again against North Branch today, and we'll see. Because that one year, then they went to state. Was it 2017?
They came back through the.
They came,
losers bracket.
yeah, they came through the elimination bracket and ended up down at state, and then took second place at state. So hopefully they can do that again. Golfers, the boys are sitting in third place after the first day, so that team made it back to the second day of the sections, which are today at Giants Ridge. So they will. They're 15 strokes out of first though. Cloquet shot like a 304 as a team. Hermantown was next at like 14, and Hibbing I think had like a 318. Or well, no, it was 304. So what's 15 on that one? 319.
Yeah, well, that's how you when you play golf. That's how you.
Well, yeah, I got to add a little foot wedges in there too. So, but I don't know if it's possible to make up 14 strokes because it's our 15 strokes because it seems like all year Cloquet has just been consistently shooting in the low three, under 310 a lot of the times. But they also have three guys that shot in the 70s yesterday. I better remember their names now. Andy Slatton, Ethan Sunval, and Gavin Schweiberger were all between 76 and 78.
Nice.
So they have a shot, obviously at making it as an individual to state. And they had one, Drew Buzzy had an 86, so he would have been their fourth scorer. So hopefully Drew, has a little better day.
game.
Yeah, so maybe they can pull a surprise. The girls actually made it back to the second day of the state tournament. They were fourth after the first day, so the top four teams advanced back. And according to their coach, that's the first time in a long time that the whole team has gone back.
Good.
So and I think she said they had a couple that are on the bubble about making it as individuals. So hopefully they have decent days today. And
It's not like you're playing an easy course too.
no, you're not.
Tough
Yeah, no. What's the quarry?
The quarry.
Yeah, no, it's not easy. But a Cloquet kid shot us one under 71 yesterday.
Oh.
So that's why it's going to be hard to catch Cloquet,
Right.
especially if that kid has another day today.
Yeah.
And obviously it's going to be a gorgeous day out there, so conditions should be very good for the tournament to end up. Track teams had their first day of the sections yesterday down in Cloquet. The boys had I'm going to get this wrong probably, but they had finals in the 3200, the pole vault, the discus, the pole vault, the shot put, and the triple jump. Girls had finals in the 3200, long jump, high jump, and one other one. I don't remember. Oh, the discus. Okay, so it would have been just the opposite of the boys. The boys, Aiden Shepard threw 51 feet, 51.6, 51.5 to win the section title. So he's the first shot putter to do that in quite some time. Coach Please wasn't sure how long.
So he goes to state.
So he's going to state. They also thought Vincent Marchetti might have an outside chance to do a double, and he ended up third.
Oh.
So I just about had a double
Yep.
in the shot put there, which would have been the first time in a long time since that happened. So congratulations to Aiden and Vincent and Alexander Henderson as well. He placed 14th. So they had three guys there, but two guys scored. So team points are important when you're going for a team championship. And in the girls, Jocelyn Strukel placed second in the 3200. So she's going to state.
Nice.
And what Jocelyn has done this year has been outstanding because, a couple years ago she was left off the cross-country team, that first team that went to state because somebody was running faster. But she's put the time and the effort in, and it's really paid off for her.
What about they have a 4x8?
Well, they don't run until Saturday.
Oh, okay.
So we had those two advance to state. Saturday they also had preliminary races yesterday, and all of the individual races except for the 1600. And Hibbing's got they advanced a few. I don't want to see. I hate listing names because I know I'm going to forget. But Finn Escaley had a day for the boys. He advanced to the finals in the 100, 200, and 400. That I know for sure. I believe Bryn Babbage advanced in the 400, I want to say. Tara Hertling has placed second yesterday in the 800. Avery Kukowski was 8th in the 800. So they got 2 finalists there.
Nice.
And I believe that's why I don't. But again, you're right. The 4x8 will run first, I think, on Saturday,
Okay.
and that team will make it to state. It's just a matter of whether they win it or if they place second, because Proctor is pushing them. So we'll hope that they
hopefully the weather holds too.
Yeah.
It's supposed to rain Saturday.
know.
So. God forbid it rains.
Yeah, I know. What's that? Although after last year we were wondering what rain was because we didn't get any,
Well,
and now I'm glad we're getting it because I don't like the drought conditions.
kind of like our love life.
Yeah, drought.
Oh, we don't get any.
But so that that pretty much. I'm trying to think.
Sums up high school.
Yeah, Brady Janicic did, I think, placed 8th in the 3200 yesterday, but he's only a 9th grader, I believe. So he's put all the time in the world in too as far as his running goes. So
Again, a consistency on the track, and it's kind of like cross country.
yeah,
So hats off to their coaches.
because they do a fine job.
Into the kids,
Yeah,
athletes.
they all do a fine job. So good luck on Saturday for
Yep.
them. Good luck to Hibbing baseball tonight.
What
And
time's that game at? 4?
I'd say they're at 4 or 4:30.
Okay.
So if you want a spot down there at Al Nyberg Field,
Just bring your canoe.
yeah, that's right.
Oh, it must be dried out pretty good.
Well, I'm assuming if they're playing there, it
Yeah.
has to be dried because they only had like 2 home games this year, and the 5 other ones they all played at Rock Ridge.
On that
So-
turf field.
Yeah, so they were familiar with the field. So it wasn't like playing Rock Ridge, and Rock Ridge was and I'm not even getting into that part of it, but they have the familiarity with the field, so it wasn't
Yeah.
like they were going in blind
Right.
over there because they played 5 times over there.
Because the ball does bounce different on turf than it does on dirt.
That's right. So now we got 10 minutes.
Get a moment of
So,
silence.
yeah.
Where do you want to
Where
start
do we
with?
want to start with? Well, we got to start with the Timberwolves
Yeah.
because they were on the verge of getting swept.
Yes. The NBA didn't like that. They want to make more money.
Well, yeah, they want, but I did watch the game last night. I know that wasn't the night it was on, but I did watch it, and it didn't look like they wanted the Timberwolves to win.
No.
At least the NBA, or at least the NBA officials didn't want the Timberwolves to win.
It's amazing how much control an official has on an NBA game. Baseball, some of the other sports are a little different, but you make a call that you don't even see. I mean, or they come up with something. It's terrible. So, but I think the two Wolves are going to win tonight.
Well, they're 0 teams that are trailing 3 down 3-0
They'll never come back to one.
are 0 and 154.
Yeah.
Now, I'm a pessimist when it comes to Minnesota sports, but I believe that if there's a team that could do it,
You should have done that before we got on the air.
I think the Wolves can do it. I honestly believe that they can do it. But after watching last night, they just don't look right. I don't know what it is.
When you watch them, it comes down, during the season, when you watched them play, they actually ran plays. Now it's just individual. It seems it's either the ant comes down and dribbles around and shoots, or Cat sits out there at the 3. You know, again, I said this before the show. You got a guy 7'1", and all he does is sit out there and shoot threes. Doesn't follow his shot, and then when they do put him down in the paint, he's lost. He has no move, no inside game, and you know that was the so-called experts. You know, were saying that if the Wolves lose, that you know he won't be back next year. So
Well, I don't count on that one. I can't believe they'd break it up that quickly after
I don't think they would.
advance into
And
the
then
Western.
they make Rudy Gobert look like he's never played basketball before.
Well, and there that gets back to my point. Where are all the lobs to Rudy?
Yeah.
Whether it's Mike Conley or Carl or Cat or
Yep.
you know Mike Conley, where even Anderson, what's his name, Slow-Mo, Kyle Anderson. Where are all the lobs to Rudy for
Inside-
dunks that?
there's no inside game.
No, I mean, and Alexander Walker's not making his shots. Jaden McDaniels, though, I guess has been playing a pretty good
But they-
series.
Like, when I looked at the game they lost, the prior game that they lost, you know, on that last second shot, they got outcoached. I mean, you don't put Rudy Gobert on Doncic, Doncic, whatever, the greatest white player in the NBA. Did you see his press conference?
No,
He says, "Yeah, he goes, Ant may have a little Michael Jordan in him, but I got a lot of redneck Larry Bird in me. I'm the best white player in the NBA."
well,
Wow.
he certainly can shoot, but he's also the biggest crybaby.
Oh yeah,
We think Ant and Cat
cry a lot.
complain. Luka Doncic complains the most of any player I've ever seen. Never gets a technical foul called on
No.
him. If that was Ant, they'd call it technical
Yep.
right away. They called it technical on Finch yesterday, and he's not even sitting on the bench. Or in that other game, I mean, on Wednesday or Tuesday, and he's not even sitting on the bench. So it's like, what's going on? That's why I don't like, partly why I don't like the NBA, because we had what? 3 guys with 5
Five
fouls.
fouls, yeah.
Did Dallas have anybody with more than 4?
But again, it comes down to all you got to do is turn on the last 2 minutes of the game to find out who's going to win.
No, that's not. Yeah, that's true.
So,
Very true.
so hopefully they pull it out tonight and they go back to Dallas, and if they win there, they come back home, man. It'll be Katie by the door. It'll be wild down in cities.
That game 7 would be something. I mean, and especially if they pull it out.
And then if they go against Boston and lose 4 straight, they got there
no, they were there, and that's the first time
ever.
that I can remember that they'd ever. Well, not obviously the Timberwolves, they never made it there,
No,
but
Lakers did
Yeah, the Lakers probably did. Yeah, but not the Timberwolves.
5
So-
times, I think, if I remember right.
Well, your godfather was.
George was playing.
Yeah,
then.
was on that team. So
Yeah.
you got
Inside perception.
no. I mean, I can't think of the word. You have connections. You had connections back in the day with
Yeah.
George playing.
I don't know. Like I said earlier, before the show too, I think if they lose, you'll see a shakeup, and I think the Cat will be gone from the Timberwolves next year. So
Well, if he is, just so they get
somebody good to replace him.
somebody, 2 or 3.
They need a
people to
guard. They need a
replace
shooting
him.
guard. They don't have a
Yeah.
shooting guard. So
Yeah, that's true. They don't have that.
the Twins.
Boy, up and
Let's
down.
lose 7. Let's win 7. Let's
Win
lose
13, lose 7. Now
Yeah.
we won 4 in a row or 3 in a row, and then they lost last night to Kansas City.
Who's got a very good team this year.
Yeah, they're
in second
better.
place.
There's no doubt. Cleveland's better and over 10 games over 500, which is going to be. I can't believe we're going to catch them.
So is Duran going to be our next Sano?
I don't know, but he blew 2 games in Cleveland,
Yep.
and I said I was going to use another word, but but I'm not going to.
Starts with an F and ends
Yeah.
with an E, but it ain't fudge.
But yeah, you can't. I mean, they lost 3 to the Yankees.
Which they should have won too.
Should have maybe won one. Oh, yeah, I don't know. I didn't watch the games, obviously, but should have won at least one. Then they go to play Cleveland for, was it 4 or
Yeah.
3?
Yep.
And they lost all
the
3 to
three
Cleveland,
games.
and 2 of the games Durant blew.
Yep.
So, I mean, there's 2 wins right there. Giving up home runs in the bottom of the 9th inning. Come on, you have one job.
Did you see the rumor where they're trying to get that Guerrero Jr. is at it from Toronto?
Well, I haven't seen that.
Yeah. That's what they need, more hitting.
Yeah. Well,
Pitching can't keep in. Let's get
depends
some
who
more
they want to
hitting.
give up for him, I suppose. But I'm assuming Royce Lewis was doing his comeback stint with the
St. Paul.
St. Paul Saints.
Yep. You get hurt again?
I don't know. I haven't heard anything lately about how he's coming along. So maybe he'll be back shortly.
Buxton's played 5 games. He's not hurt.
Nope. He actually stole a couple bases, legged out a triple the other night, and he wasn't limping. So
Yeah.
that's a good thing.
Yeah.
So maybe he's, he stole a nice base yesterday, and I don't even know if he drew a throw. That's
I don't think so. I don't know. It's hard to watch. You don't know when they're going to be on TV anymore
wow.
with Bally Sports.
Yeah, I see with DirecTV, I don't have an issue. So with people don't have DirecTV, DirecTV wants a plug. Thank you for carrying Bally Sports North.
Yeah.
People should cross over to the dark side and go into satellite TV.
My
And
rabbit ears just don't pick it up anymore.
so there's an official plug for DirecTV.
Yeah, maybe we'll get them as a sponsor.
Well, that would be nice.
So what's left? Spring soccer. We really don't.
Yeah, I don't know how they did. Oh, the
They lost last night.
PWHL.
That's right. The girls hockey,
The Minnesota
women's hockey,
women's
won.
hockey won the Walter Cup
Yep.
last night. Went to Boston and beat them 3-0.
Yep.
So congratulations to them. I'm glad you you made me remind me of that
Yep.
by doing that. But after having the game and again, I did not see the goalie interference in double overtime.
I did.
So I don't know if it was.
It was.
It was, and then seconds later, Boston comes down
Yeah.
and scores. Okay, so now you got to travel back to Boston, but then to go back there and shut them out.
Yep.
Great goaltending. Hemsley and Rooney, I think, are the 2 goaltenders. They're very excellent players. Taylor Heise.
A lot of
One of the
UMD
best
players on that Minnesota team
Yeah.
too. That they done well.
No.
Did well.
So yeah, congratulations to them. That's that Whitecaps team won a title too
Yeah.
that one year. So we got something going on in this state anyway.
So graduation tomorrow night. Anything else going on? Ron? Any band concerts? Anything going on?
City band concert will be starting in June.
Okay,
City
City
Band.
Band starts in June. They played at the Memorial Day ceremony at the Memorial Building on Monday. So get out and support those people. And for Mike Egan and I, we'll see you again on Home Team Advantage.
For over 25 years, U.S. Bank, located at 211 East Howard Street in Hibbing, Minnesota, has provided office and studio space for Hibbing Public Access Television. We are thankful for their ongoing support.